The trust bit, I think, is really important. And I don't think it's ever not been important, but I think it's become more important. We live in a post-truth world where you can say whatever you want to say. Anyone online is now an expert. Social media has allowed anyone to have an opinion on anything. And that meant trust as a currency has rocketed in value. What we found on the really early days was when they then went internally to ask for the money or the investment they needed to say yes to a provider like us, that deal goes into quite a big risk area because that's out of your hands. Your chances of losing them significantly increase. The overwhelming reason why somebody doesn't get investment is not because it wasn't a good purchase or wasn't a good idea. It's because they weren't able to make the argument internally. Where I sit over product sales and marketing, they've all got their own go-to-market functions. What I'm trying to do is connect those three things together, but then also make sure that we are resonating with the market. The products we sell might not change, but the way we angle them, the problems we solve, how we target those will change based on what's happening in society, what's happening in that specific target's industries. Even just the wording we use resonates with the buyer at that time, because clearly when you're selling to B2B, they're impacted pretty heavily by the prevailing economic climate with things that go on in society. You've got to evolve the way you sell based on what's happening to them and their organization. We really started down this route of how do we control that piece when it's out of our hands? Any proposal that I sell, I would pitch to you like you were the FD or the CEO. I would ignore the direct buyer and I would go straight to the CEO, even though I'm pitching to the HR director, because what I'm able then to do is give them the information that I know is going to resonate with their CEO, as well as the information that resonates with them. And I almost equip them then with the skills and knowledge to effectively go internally and sell that. You have to start all of these conversations with, I'm tailoring this to you based on what you need. You talk about the problem first. The reason why this trust has become so important, the reason why thought leadership has become so successful to deals is because you start with that other person. You start with the person you're selling to. It's about them. It's their problems. It's not about you and what you've got to sell. And I still think that's a really solid way to be selling whatever it is you've got to sell.